All right, good morning, everybody. How are you so far? I hope you found your way in. I would like to welcome everyone to the third edition of the e-commerce expo here in Berlin. And first of all, big thank you to our sponsor of this stage, Idealo. They sponsored this stage. They make all of these speeches here possible. And a little word about me. My name is Hannes Lüth. I'm a freelance journalist. I just moved from Los Angeles here to Berlin, so I'm adjusting a little to the weather, but I'm okay. I'm dealing so far. And what can you guys expect from this day? So first of all, there'll be tons of knowledge, tons of business opportunities. You will learn and hear from the most renowned experts in the industry. And the focus today, or what we want to hear specifically, is how you can take your business across the border. So how can you make your shop international? And the great thing today is all of this information is free. So all the exhibitors, all the companies out there, they make it possible that you don't have to pay anything so far. And I hope you will get a lot of information out of this, and we will start immediately with our first speaker. His name is Ben Harmanus. He's the marketing director of Konversionskraft. Konversionskraft helps you with e-commerce, portal optimization, and of course, much more. Ben is a marketing expert. He knows how to make content better to get more and of course, better conversions. And I think his speech will be very interesting. It will be a bit scary, so it's the perfect thing to start the day, to be really fully awake. His title is Rise of the Marketing Machines. When will your job become obsolete? And the problem is marketing automation and machine learning can be very helpful until the point that the machine takes over your job. So what does that mean for job security? And the big question is, are marketing machines friends or foes? We don't know, but I think after this speech we will hear and we will learn more. So give it up, big applause for Ben Harmanus, and let's look into the future.
Thank you. Hi, welcome to e-commerce Berlin. Thanks for having me. Thank you very much. You are quite an interesting audience because you want to start your day with a very painful downer kind of topic. So interesting that you want to start right here. So it can get only better from here, maybe. My name is Ben Harmanus, yes, marketing director, Konversionskraft. We are part of the global optimization group, which we founded. And I'm clicking. Okay, what is Konversionskraft? Already explained. We help businesses grow by optimizing their revenue channels. We use our own growth canvas to do so. And even though our name is Konversionskraft, if you're an English speaker, Konversionskraft, it's conversion power. It sounds a bit religious, but we're just an agency, not a religious group. Yeah, and we manage revenue streams for clients worth 12 billion euro. A little bit more about me. I'm a speaker. I love speaking. I love to share my knowledge. I love blogging, creating ebooks, webinars. I've recently published a book. It's called Content Design. It's about how you can actually create content that converts and drives revenue. I used to be a professional rollerblader. And the fun fact is that that's actually how I started my career in design and marketing. And I was an extra in the Hunger Games. That's a fun fact. Actually, it was the lowest paid job I've ever done, but the experience was priceless. Clicking. Okay, talking about the Hunger Games. It's quite a dystopia, and what I'm talking about today is quite a dystopia too, maybe. The rise of the marketing machines, so when will your job become obsolete, and will it? That's the question that I'm asking today. But before we dig into if your job is at risk, I want to start off with a story, with a journey that I took from 2015 till the end of 2017 before I joined Konversionskraft. I used to work for Unbounce. They hired me as a head of marketing, head of content marketing for the German-speaking countries. And you need to know, if you don't know Unbounce, you should, if you're into landing page optimization at least. They're a marketing thought leader. They have a great reputation when it comes to content marketing, content creation, because all their marketing is based on content marketing. And I knew taking over this job, it would come with high expectations because I'm taking over English content and I have to localize an experience that exists in English, and I want to localize it for the German-speaking audiences. So how would I start? How would I get to that point? I think big, but I have to start small. So I started with social media. Even before I had a blog, I just started with social media. It's a bit awkward, but I just started to share stuff from other blogs and so on, and I started to build an audience. I started with Twitter, Facebook. I even started with Google+. Content. I created a blog. I created a website in German. I did guest blogging. I had guest authors. I did Facebook Live even before the English team did it. And then something starts, because once people know you're out there, they send you emails, they text you on Facebook. So I took over some kind of like customer success, because I was the only person in Europe representing Unbounce at that time, back in 2015, 2016, early 2017. And then I added sales to my duties, because people asked for demos, and how can you actually manage all this? Marketing automation is the answer. Like, I cannot be in 5 places at the same time. So what I need is marketing automation. I need workflows, email automation, scoring. And then I added pay-per-click because I needed the campaigns to spread and grow the market. So time is precious. And I only have so many arms. So how can I do all the things at the same time? And I don't mean I wanted to save time so I can't Tinder all day. That's not the idea. I hope you get that idea right here. But if you're desperately trying to keep up with the speed, you become more innovative, you become more creative. So actually to have that need to speed things up empowered me. So I was looking for, rather than dating, I was looking for friends. And I found a perfect match to multiply my outcome. This is the marketing stack that I used from 2015 till 2017. Not all the tools, but most of the tools you can see here. And I even wrote a blog post about it. I wrote a blog post, and that blog post was called 25 Marketing Tools I Use Every Day. And you're wondering, how can one person use 25 tools a day? Of course, you're not actively sitting there and are using all these tools. But what you do, you have Photoshop. That's something that you have to actively do. But you also have all the automation tools. For example, Wistia. It's a video tool. So you put on a video, and people have to enter the email address to watch the video and so on. This is all automated. So I have all these tools that help me get there. Go back. Once again, if you want to take a photo. So this is Meet Edgar, for example. Does anyone know Meet Edgar? Meet Edgar. Okay, one, but you're working for Unbounce. This is a tool that helped me automate my social media. So I created a schedule that took a time, and now it's tweeting every day, all day, from 6:55 in the morning till midnight. It's also working for the Unbounce account. Now I moved to Konversionskraft. We are using it at Konversionskraft. Everything's automated, all day, Twitter. When I go to conference, people ask me, hey, how can you do that? Do you never sleep? It's automated. It's desynchronized, so you never find out that the Unbounce account and my account were basically tweeting the same stuff. Why am I telling you this? Tool evaluation. If you need a tool, think about it, how much time it can save. And that's not just for you. If you have to pitch the tool, and you tell your boss, it saves me 5 hours a week, it saves me 20 hours a month, and it costs $49, then your boss will do the math, right? He will say, it's approved, get it. So what can automated lead gen and sales flow look like? Using Meet Edgar is a cheap tool, $49, but it kicks off my lead gen flow because it's tweeting all day, it's sending Facebook messages, it's sending LinkedIn messages. At some point, it's sending people to the blog, it's sending people to Unbounce, which is connected to GoToWebinar, which is connected to Wistia, the Unbounce landing page builder. And then it sends people to the HubSpot CRM or a tool that's connected to your CRM. And then it sends people to sales. So basically, everything is automated. And I didn't even have a sales team for 2 years. So all the sales I generated were automated opt-ins. So let's talk numbers, because it's nice to show you all the automation and what it can do if there's no revenue. It doesn't make any sense. Actually, my former boss, Pablo, from the international team, he just sent me the numbers last night because I was asking for it and can be transparent about it. If you're looking at the conversion rate of content that's English and a German visited it, you can see that the conversion rate was only 0.19. It's more than 4 times bigger when they touch my content, the localized German content. The same applies to Switzerland, almost 3 times more conversion rates. Whenever a person read the German blog, it's more likely that person will convert. Is someone from Austria? Anyone? Austria? No? I'm not sure what's happening here, but people touch the local content and they get off the page. I don't know why. Okay, but numbers are still good. Germany, Austria, Switzerland. So automation helped me grow the market year over year by 52%. One person in one market, almost 3 years. Okay. When I spoke to people about cooperations, HubSpot, CRO agencies, and so on, they were like, we thought you were 5 people on the marketing team. How come? How is this working? And I'm not telling you this to brag. I'm not telling you this to show what a great guy I am. I'm telling you this because it made me think. Like, okay, so if one person can actually do the job of 5, how is this working? And what does that mean for the future of marketing? Because all the automation and what I showed you is basic stuff. It's not machine learning, it's not AI, it's just automation. So what does that mean? Is your job at stake? We will find out. Let's start here. Foxconn last year announcement, Trump tells everyone, there's a new factory from Foxconn opening in Wisconsin. We will create 3,000 new jobs. Okay, we all know Foxconn is the most employee-friendly company in the world, so let's dig deeper. The factory will be completed by 2020, so that's even worse. This is the CEO of Foxconn, and he says, we have over 1 million workers. In the future, we will add 1 million robotic workers. What does that mean? For every robot they will add, they will not add a human, right? And those machines are becoming more intelligent, cheaper, because they cost $20,000 right now. But imagining they can build them cheaper and make them smarter, there is no way even third world people won't be able to compete with robots. No way. So maybe you're thinking, but I'm not a factory worker. I have a master's degree in marketing, I'm well educated. Think twice. Machines are coming after all your jobs. They're coming after insurance workers. They're coming after lawyers. I've talked to people that are in legal tech, and they are coming after the lawyers. And then we have machine learning in healthcare and several other industries where people will lose their jobs, even though they are well educated, they make six-figure money a year, and they're still losing their jobs. So we cannot ignore this anymore, right? And looking at marketing, I found this, and it shows us that there are marketing jobs at stake, computerization probability of selected occupations. And if you look at the marketing jobs highlighted in red, it seems like the generalist is not at risk with 1.5 probability, but market research analysts and specialists, 31%. That's 2 years ago. And I think the situation is not getting any better. And if you look at content creation is a big part of marketing these days because everyone is in content marketing or should be. You see how people in content marketing are at stake. They are losing their jobs in the future. Film and video editors, for example. So there are a lot of jobs that can be done or supported by the machines. Look at Articulo. This tool actually writes articles. You just enter keywords, and it starts writing. Once you have that article, you can create an ebook. You just put in the URL, it creates an ebook. You put in the URL, you get a video. And this is the Harmanus landing page analyzer. It's free. You put in your URL, it analyzes your landing page. It analyzes language, page speed. It compresses your files. So this is basically a consultant. And if the company I'm working for, Konversionskraft, will not grow and evolve in the future, that's really bad news for us. So we have to evolve too, become smarter, become better. This is Wish. Who knows Wish? Okay, some of you. It's on the rise. It's actually competing with Amazon. It's competing with eBay. It's already a billion-dollar business. How did they do that? They almost have no marketing team. Why? If you click on advertising, nothing happens. They don't have any job offers, even though they're fast growing, but they have a growth team. And that growth team is hiring growth marketing managers. Why are they hiring growth marketing managers? One per country. Look at this, one per country, Spain, Greece, Italy, because they know they might only need one person to run marketing in that country. They don't need a workforce. They need someone who understands technology and marketing at the same time. Sounds familiar, right? So humans have been there, right? We went through the Industrial Revolution, but machine learning is a different thing because projections are that 60% of jobs in the US will be gone by 2025. 60%. That's 100 million jobs just gone. And today, smart machines, we call them smart machines. They are as smart as the average person, IQ of 100. But machines are learning year by 1.5 IQ. The IQ is growing 1.5 per year. So by 2025, the IQ is bigger than 90% of the average American, or of most Americans. And I mean, US Americans, I only have that data, but it's the same here, right? So machines in 2025 will be smarter than 90% of humans. So ask yourself, are you doing something a machine can do faster, can do better, and cheaper? Is what you're doing, and you get paid well for it, still a repetitive task or not? If so, a machine might do it in the future. This is Garry Kasparov, and he's one of the best chess players in the world. And in the 90s, he said, a computer will never beat me. And he was wrong, because in 1996, the IBM computer beat him. So he came to the conclusion we don't get to choose when and where technological progress stops. You are not in charge. I am not in charge. It just happens. We can slow down. In fact, we have to speed up. And the question is, what does that mean? Yeah? Does that mean we have to move faster, learn faster, execute faster than the machines? I don't think so, because we can't. This match is over already. This race is over. You cannot outrun a machine in the future. So what's the solution? All the bad news, I know, all the bad news. But what's the solution? You don't have to fight machines. Make machines your allies. Because the number one enemy you have is just you. If you don't learn, if you don't improve, then you will fail. It's not the machines. You have to master the machines, you have to make them your allies, and you have to become the marketing machine. And this is your 5-step plan. Get to know your perfect audience. I've worked in market research with clients from big companies. And literally, they had no idea what their target group looks like. They had no idea who's actually buying their products. They know they are selling. They have an idea what their customer audience looks like, but actually they didn't know. So make decisions based on facts and based on data. And I recommend it should be a mix of quantitative and qualitative data, because quantitative data can only tell you what people are doing, but it's not telling you why they are doing it. So you need qualitative data. Ask your audience, interview them. And then the other thing is customer lifetime value. I've seen so many companies that are not optimizing for customer lifetime value. So you don't need all the customers, you only need the customers that are worth the most. So that's good for retention. Extend your hard skill set. We've seen it, specialists, high risk, probability, computerization will just erase them. So the new specialist is actually the generalist. And I can tell you, a couple of years ago, it was trouble for me finding a job because I was no specialist, I was a generalist. But now, these days, it's my strength. Because I've worked in PPC, I've worked in social media, in content marketing, in market research, event marketing. In the end, this gave me this T-shaped profile where you have a core of skills, but you also do know a lot about other things, a broad knowledge, maybe machine learning, web analytics. So to me, it's content marketing, but I also know a lot about design, conversion rate optimization, social, landing page optimization, and so on. So extend your skill set. That's your chance, actually, because if you're a company, you only have one product, and then someone comes along and has a better product, that company is gone. But you have several products, then you have several legs that you can stand on, and that's more secure. Train your soft skills. If you're familiar with the Avengers, then you know Captain America. And Captain America is the leader. Why is he the leader? Is he the strongest? He's not the strongest guy. The strongest guy is Hulk. And Thor is stronger. He's not even the smartest. The smartest is Tony Stark. He's Iron Man, and he's an inventor. But he has got the soft skills. He's a true leader. Because it doesn't matter what you can if no one wants to work with you or work for you. So extend your skills, your soft skills. Communications, ethics, team management, time management. Step number 4. If you know all this, automate. You have to automate. And it's overwhelming. In 2011, there were 150 marketing tools. Today, there are more than 5,000 marketing tools. So how would you find the tools you really need and don't get confused? I told you, find out what's your audience, what is it that you want to achieve. Goals first, technology second, because we're at an exhibition right now, and you go out there, and now you're trying to build your marketing stack. And everyone's telling you, this is machine learning, this is AI, this is a growth hacking tool. Yeah, it's not working. And most of the tools are not even machine learning, it's a lie. Sometimes. But there's good tools out there. There's great tools. First of all, you need to know what you want to know. You need to know what you want to do. And then you go out there, and you have your list, and you find the right tool. But don't let anyone tell you it's cutting-edge technology. I love it. see for yourself what you need and don't get a tool and then find out what you want to do with it. And if you buy tools, keep in mind, you need someone to handle the tool. Marketing automation, you need a marketing automation manager. There comes a long red tail with it. So try new things is tip number 5. What's all the machine learning good for? What's all the automation good for? It's not that you can sit around and just Tinder, for example. You should think outside of the box. You should challenge yourself and ask yourself, 2017, looking back, how many times have you challenged yourself? How many times have you done something totally new to you? How many times have you left your comfort zone and done anything new? So let's recap real quick. It is very likely that your marketing job will become obsolete anytime soon. Indicators are that your tasks are repetitive, so you can automate it, right? Yeah, automate, that's the keyword. Spend less time on those repetitive tasks. Rather than someone else is coming and firing you or moving you to a different position, automate your job yourself and make yourself useful and valuable to the company. You can only do that by education and training and getting a better manager. Oh, I have to push hard. Yeah. How did I do that? By putting myself into the center of a well-orchestrated marketing tech stack. That makes you valuable, because if you are the person that knows all the tech you're using inside out, then you are the core of your marketing, you are the core of your tech stack, and that makes you so valuable that they might fire everyone else, but not you. And always keep learning, grow yourself, grow your team. If you're a team leader, grow your team and grow your company. And I'm telling you, I read every day, I listen to a podcast. If I do a workout, I still listen to a podcast or watch a TEDx video. And I don't think you should focus on marketing books only. Focus on other books. Focus on machine learning. Focus on AI, ethics. Just find some inspiration. I read the book from Arianna Huffington. It's more like it's about marketing too, but it's more about how you can become a more healthy and better person and not burn out. So inspiration is everywhere, and it can improve your marketing. Thank you very much for having me today, and enjoy the day. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. And if you have a question right there, then I'm more than happy to answer that question.
Yeah, I will just hand you the mic so we can hear the question.
Thank you very much. I represent a social network in France that gathered 200,000 entrepreneurs. And basically, what are the advice that, beside all the points you have clearly explained, what are the major points advices you can give them? Because they are basically from car makers to startups, and I totally agree with your point of view about the machine, but don't you think as well the emotion is a big player in that game?
Absolutely. First point, emotions are the #1 driver for people to buy, right? And we always forget that. Actually, I didn't highlight that, and I should do that. That's right. That's why I said find out what your audience wants and what they need, and that's why I showed the limbic map. I don't know if you remember, because I didn't actually say anything about it, but this is a limbic map, and I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with it, but this is something where you find out in which areas you're stimulating your target group. And you can find out, is this like some adventurous type of person or someone who wants self-control, or what kind of person is it? So you're right. And the advice I have for entrepreneurs, because I've many entrepreneurs in my network, is that you always try to do everything yourself. Like this is some kind of like perfectionism, or maybe you think it's not worth spending the money. But then you can focus on better things that you can do and where you should be in charge. And tools are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Meet Edgar, the tool that I showed you, actually was recommended to me from Vladislav Melnik. He's the founder of Chimpify, and he created an inbound marketing tool. And he recommended the tool. It took me weeks to finally use it, but from him I learned, yeah, here's a good tool, save some time. So find out what tool can actually save you time. Is it worth spending $49 on it to grow your community and audience and interact with people, where we are going back to emotions? Yes, I think that's the main focus. Focus on your target group. Focus on emotions. Thanks for your question.
Thank you so much, everybody, for your attention. Unfortunately, we don't have any more time for a question. Ben will, of course, stick around, so if you have any questions, just come on up here, and thank you. And in 10 minutes, we have another great speaker, so stick around. Thanks.
Thank you.